Alrighty, hey guys, back with some more Beastly content. So, I was looking through previous videos, and I noticed one particular video with 40,000 views, and I realized that I need views. So, I figured I'd do another video over it, mainly because I feel that I could put some better information out, and also because I want views and subs, please. Anyway, so, just gonna get that out of the way. But anyway, as I was saying, basically this is a video about how to get more Dragonstones. Not only how to get them, but just the number that you can get for free. So first things first, just base game. Anytime, if you could get all these stones within a week or so. So, first of all, for start of tutorial, when you do the beginner's tutorial, you can get a total of 15 stones. Corn's missions gives you 150. If you don't know, most of Corn's missions are basically rank rewards. It's like rank up to rank 5, 3 stones, 10, 3 stones, so forth, all the way up until rank 200. So basically, by rank 200, you'll get 150 free stones from Corn's missions. Kami's mission, there's 21 stones, not that many, but basically it's from clearing stone. It's from part of the clearing story sort of mission. It's like, oh, you cleared story without using an item on this area, blah blah blah. Here, take this stone. It's 21 stones, not that many. King Kai's is 130 stones. It's once again mostly clearing story rewards, but there's also other things like Extreme Z Awakening stuff. Boss Rush. Boss Rush can give you a total of 170 stones for clearing all the Boss Rush on all difficulties. So, that's one of the things where it's like, okay, you need a decent team, but once you have a decent team, go ahead and clear all the Boss Rush, 170 stones, easy. The next two are Super Battle Road, one being the category version and one being non-category. One of these is not available for global, so it's 50 less stones. But the other thing is, are you able to beat Super Battle Road? And if not, are you willing to mod in order to beat Super Battle Road? So, it's just 50 stones, just 100 stones, so it's kind of just the only thing we have that is really a, oh, you beat it sort of thing. So, I'm not really sure you should mod for 50, 100 stones, but just know, if you do mod for Super Battle Road, or if you're able to beat it legitly, you get 5 stones per Super Battle Road. There's 10 Super Battle Roads on Global, 20 on JP, 10 of them being category ones, and there's a total of 100 stones there. And yeah, it's kind of up to you, but I mean, it's 100 free stones, and legit, you just gotta run a couple stages. The next one I'm gonna mention is limited events. Limited events are the things like Heroes Extermination and Heroes Extermination Evil Power Strike Back. You can get a total of 77 stones from doing each of those. Really easy, it's like 20 missions, or 20 stages each, and you get like 77 stones for doing them. And then the final way that is the biggest way when it comes to just right off the bat, the minute you start playing the game, is story farming. Now, that is a total of 646 stones. So, if you have all of that done, then you have gotten a total of 1,309 stones on JP, 1,259 stones on Global. You probably will have a little less, because either maybe you didn't do Super Battle Road, or there are a couple missions in King Kai's missions, as well as I do believe even in Corrin's that aren't based upon the easy ways. There's things like, oh, defeat 1,000 Red Ribbon Soldiers for 1 stone. It's like a couple stones off, but yeah, you will have around 1,200 stones-ish, 1,100 stones, just from doing all that. So most of you are probably here because you have already done story. If you have not done story, or you have not done some of these missions, go do them. Once you're ranked 200 and have all the story done, then come back for this next part. So the next thing is Dokkan events, strike events, special events, story events, and stuff like that. So, just so you know, strike events do give you a stone for completing it. Also, any other thing that you haven't done already, once you can get a free stone for completing it the first time. That can add up. And you do things like strike events, Dokkan events. Alrighty, so as I was saying, when it comes to events and everything else, first clear for most events do give you an extra stone per clear. So, do things like Dokkan events. Dokkan events, I do believe there's like 36 Dokkan events. Yeah, 36 Dokkan events in Global right now, so that's 36 times, let's say there's 2 different difficulties on each one. Some of them have more difficulty, some of them have more normal, hard, and Z hard on the first stage, so that's like 3 stones, 4 stones in total. But I'm gonna round them all out to having 2 stones per Dokkan event, being around 72 stones. It's probably more like 100, maybe a little less. But yeah, it's around like 100 stones, I'd say. For clearing all the Dokkan events, you can get around 100 stones. For strike events, there's 18 strike events right now in Global, and excuse me, every strike event usually has 2 stages. Usually it's 3 difficulties on the first one, 2 or 1 on the second one. So I averaged it out to 3 stones per strike event. So that's 18 times 3, around 54, probably a little more, around 70 or so. But yeah, strike events and Dokkan events are a good way of making some nice little stones. Once again, strike events and Dokkan events are kind of like a one-time thing. Once you do them, you're just out of the stone. But the next one I'm going to mention is story events. Now, story events are usually time limited, and they come around, and sometimes they'll reset and stuff, and they will be able to give you stones for clearing each level. Sometimes there's missions that come along with them in the special missions tab. Always check the special missions tab, because sometimes there are some really good missions that come out on the special missions tab where they are super duper easy to do. I know at one point, like a month after the 3rd anniversary on Global, we had for like a week, or no, it was supposed to be like a month, but we had like 20 stones a day we could get. Alright, anyway, so as I was saying, basically check special missions tab every single day. And just check it every once in a while when a new set of events pops up. Check special missions tab. There's usually some sort of way of making a decent amount of stones in there. For instance, after 2nd anniversary last year, we did have this sort of like, I think it was like a month long or so. Basically, every single day you could get 20 stones just from doing these little bitty daily quests. They were super easy. It was like, go clear an area stage, go use 10 stamina, blah, blah, blah. And it was like 2 stones per little thing, and it added up to 20 stones a day. And it was just really, really nice. So that lasted for like a few weeks or so you could get a couple hundred stones, but eventually it did die out before the original time, because I believe it was like 1,000,000 stones in total, and well, a lot of those went to reroll accounts, because people rerolled a lot during that time, which is the worst thing to do. Rerolling itself is not bad, but rerolling during events that are like a limited amount of stones are being given out, don't. Seriously, do one account reroll, not, oh, I gotta reroll a bunch of times. Because legit, every single time they logged in, even if they didn't claim those stones, they would automatically say, okay, there's stones dispersed. So we'd lose 20 stones every single time someone rerolled. And it was just the biggest annoyance. But anyway, back to how to get stones and not how to get annoyed. As I was saying, never say bad thing to do. But as I was saying, I just mentioned story events, I just mentioned special missions, and I really don't think I have any other ways of telling you how to get stones, except for maybe do easy A's when they show up. They usually give stones. They usually have missions that give stones. Just always do easy A's. Grindable characters, once again, those are kind of part of the story, but do those. Any sort of, like, growth event, just go ahead and clear through that once, at least, on every single difficulty, because first clear reward is 1 stone. That can add up really, really fast. But anyway, I suppose the only thing I'm going to do now is show a couple stone logs, so you know that yes, you can get stones monthly. So, most people are like, oh, you can't get stones after you clear story and stuff, blah blah blah. No, you can definitely still get stones, and you can still get enough stones to do a couple multis in a month. So, I'm going to quickly show you July's stone log. July's stone log being part for the 3rd anniversary stone log, and in total, the number of stones that we got handed out, well, basically handed out, a couple of them, no, I'm pretty sure they were all handed out. Here, I'll have it up for you real quickly though, but basically for 3rd anniversary countdown login bonus, we got 10 stones. Tons of thanks, amazing 3rd anniversary Dokkan login bonus part 1, we got 78 stones. Tons of thanks, 3rd anniversary part 2, we got 40 stones. Special missions, there was 163. Daily, clear all specified special missions. That was a total of 26 days of just clearing every single one of those missions. I know some people didn't do those. They did get a little boring. But yeah, clear all stage of Fierce Battle on Planet Namek on both difficulty. That was 2 stones. Clear stage 8 of Fierce Battle on Planet Namek 10 times, 1. Clear stage 8 50 times, 5 stones. Wish upon the Dragon Balls. That was 1 stone. Activate 100% of a character's hidden potential. 2 stones. Place Gohan Kid on your team, 1 stone. Clear any Dokkan event 10 times, 1 stone. Consume 1,007. These are just, like I said, the special missions. Complete all 33 special missions. This one actually annoys me because there is one event that if you didn't do on the daily, you may not be able to get these 33 stones by the time it ends. And basically the event was like 6 days till universe end or whatever it is. It's the Goku one that's 10 stamina. It's a daily event that happens once a day, and you have to clear it 15 times, and you have to clear all 33 of the special missions that are handed out during 3rd anniversary. It's 33 stones, and this one just really annoys me because I'm not sure I'll be able to get it on all my accounts, if even one of them. But as I was saying, King Kai's mission had a new one, defeat 3 kinds of level 1 enemies in Extreme Z battle. That was 3 stones. Though that one is, once again, you have to do Easy A, clear stage 4 and stage 5, that recently released a Vosh Rush, that was 65 stones each. Compensation rewards, we got 9 for maintenance, just 9 stones in general for maintenance. Event rewards, that was just simply things they just handed out stones. That was 203 stones, they just handed out. That's not login bonuses, that's not anything. That's stuff like first place achieved in store, Facebook like and comment campaign. You don't even have to comment or like on Facebook in order to get the campaign rewards. They're just handed to you. They handed out quite a few stones this month. That's for July, that's during 3rd anniversary, so that should be assumed. But yeah, you can definitely get enough stones to do a few multis every single month, even on the bad months. Like the month before 3rd anniversary, it is always bad. Real quickly, we're gonna look at June's stone log. And the stone log is basically just, this is how many stones you get for logging in and doing a couple things. So, June's stone log was a total of 170 stones. That is really, really low, just so you know. Normal stone log for a month is around 300, but June's was lower than normal. It's 200 to 300 stones a month. That's how many you can really get from login bonuses, special missions, and just a couple other things. Just as long as you get on and play the game and do story and stuff, you can get around 300 a month. June, however, was only 170, and 34 of those stones was compensation rewards. 50 of those stones was special missions. Basically, Thursday reset, special missions was 12 stones. Daily, complete 3 quests, that was 12 stones. Daily, complete 3 quests, 16 weekly. Special missions, there was 7 stones. Epic battle, clear any stage 20 times, that was 3 stones. Just, you get it, you can get some good stones. As a matter of fact, from the first of the year to right now, we have received a total of 1,000 stones for free. So that's actually not the craziest thing ever, because it's kind of the 8th. Well, actually no. From the beginning of the month to now, we have received 1,600 stones just from logging in and a couple special missions that have been handed out. So as you can see, you can still get more stones as the day goes on. However, that's basically 7, because that's from present, as in the end of July, which was 7. So basically 7 months in, and we have received 1,600 stones for free. Now, that's not the craziest thing. It doesn't amount to as much as the whales do when the whales come to, like, spending stones and stuff, but it's still enough stones that they're handing you out. That's stones that you can get without... That's stones you get even after you have your story cleared. So, there's always ways of receiving stones, but I do figure out in the video here, I did go over the ways that you can get them just from fresh players getting them. I did list ways you can get them when you're not a fresh player, and I did just kind of show you how many stones you can get them on. But I do believe that is all for now. I suppose leave a like on the video if it helped you. Subscribe if you're not already. Please give me the subscribers. And keep it beast mode. I am out. See you.